Hey everybody, welcome back to Disney Sorcerer Arena. So, just to start off, um, I want you to know that I've recorded this video or some variation of this video approximately 6 times already. So, seventh time, hopefully the charm. I don't know. I don't know whether this is Discord that keeps going off or what. I'm gonna try to get rid of it. Hopefully that'll make it go away. I'm also gonna, it's middle of the day, so who knows what's happening where. But yeah, so we've taken care of Discord. So hopefully that will quiet the noise down a little bit on my end. I want you to know that I've had a couple of days to think about and digest what happened in Update 17.0. And put it simply, as somebody who's been playing this game since basically a week or a week after it launched, I'm not happy about it. As um, I don't know if some of you are aware, but I feel like if you're a hardcore raider, if that's your thing, if you've been going for Ursula, if you really invested into Hero and Cobra Bubbles and Sven, then quite frankly, I think you should feel like Glue or EA or whoever made the decision to do this last update didn't do you any favors. And I was watching a video by a content creator. I'm going to try to not say his name because I have before. Uh, and if you have any wonders who I'm talking about, just look up Disney Sorcerer Arena, and any video that has came out in the past week is probably by him. And but he was lamenting the fact that he would have to redo um, three or a number of his videos that he had done lately, telling you about people that are safe to invest in the future, or a farming guide, or his own raid strategy guide. And he's then he began to say that he thinks this is a good change. That everything that happened in 17.0, what happened to Hero, what happened to Cobra Bubbles, what happened to Sven, to Honey Lemon to a lesser extent, to Stitch to the same extent, and what happened to who's the other person they touched? Sheriff Nottingham. But those are all really good changes. And that may be the case if you've not invested in Hero a whole lot, or if you've not built up Sven to a really good level. Because let's face it, if you have Sven and you've really put a lot of time and effort into him, there was only one reason why you did that. Hero, he's still usable within the Big Hero 6 team itself, but aside from that, he's really not usable, except for as a tech leader or a Big Hero 6 leader. Other than that, he's pretty much, you know, not that usable. And I would go so far to say that Anna is now back up to, if not the best support in the game at this point. That's just my opinion. You might have a different opinion. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But I just want you to know that I'm not on board with what Glue did in 17.0 from the perspective of a player who's been playing since launch. As a content creator for free to plays, I'm okay with it because, on this account, I've not invested in Cobra. I've not invested in Bubbles. I've invested a little bit in Sven, but now I know there's a means to an end that the only reason I'm having Sven is because I need some damage, and ultimately when I get Elsa open, I'm probably going to be done with Sven. So there's that. Um, Aside from that, I'm still going to use Cobra Bubbles to gain access to Stitch. I'm still going to be using that Oceanic team. I'm still going to be going for Oceanics. But I will tell you now that I'm not going to go for Hero Armada in any meaningful way. And I think that's something that you might should encounter, that you might should consider, unless you're just in love with Big Hero 6 and that's your team that you're going to do everything with, and that's fine. But from my perspective, I'm not going to rush in any meaningful way toward Big Hero 6 anytime soon. As far as this account goes, as far as my other accounts where I already have Big Hero 6 open on the Chubby Dolphin account and the other two free-to-play accounts, I'm not invested in Hero anymore. I'll invest some more in GoGo probably, and maybe in Baymax, and maybe Dan and Wasabi, but probably not a whole lot until they give me a reason to invest in Hero. And what do I mean? Who do I think they could give me a reason to invest in? I'm just going to say it. Wreck-It Ralph. If they put Wreck-It Ralph in, and Wreck-It Ralph, Vanellope, Felix, King Candy, whoever else will probably be tech characters. Because Calhoun's already in the game, she's already tech. So it stands to reason that any other Wreck-It Ralph characters would be tech also. And so, unless Ralph or Felix or whoever has a leadership that makes it necessary for you to have Hero, that would probably be the only reason on those other three accounts that I'm talking about that I would invest heavily, continue investing in Hero. Hero for me on those other three accounts is effectively a dead character. And that's just how I feel about it, because I've invested a lot into Hero. I've invested a lot into Sven, and Sven won't be getting any more upgrades on those accounts either. Why? Because he's not important anymore. And I get that Glue wants to give diversity and give other people a chance to lead. Glue, pro tip, you might want to have thought of that before you brought that raid out. Just saying. I'm never a fan of nerfs. Never a fan of nerfs. I don't care on what level, whoever. I'm a fan of, let's change the encounter to make it more, do some more things. Let's make some characters better. But bringing characters that people have invested in, like Sven, like Hero, like Cobra Bubbles, and making them much more useless than they were is never okay in my opinion. I'm a up with people kind of guy, and I'm up with I'm a fan of buffs across the board, and that means if you need to buff an encounter, you should do that. If you need to buff Shan Yu, do it. If you need to buff Dan or Dash or Bob, Mr. Incredible, or Frozone, or Yzma, or Kronk, or Pete, or some of these characters that are constantly on the bottom of everybody's tier list, then you should do that before you nerf characters. That's might be hard to say, but I know one content creator, and he was one of my favorite, if not the favorite of mine, and his name is not the person that I've mentioned before. This guy was a real up and comer. He would make you think about other stuff in different ways, and do other things that way. And I'm just never a fan of doing stuff that way. And it's never okay. Anyway, guys, going forward, I'm going to let you know that I'm going to be investing in Kingdom, because one thing that this update did do with what it did to the Big Hero 6 team is it helped out Kingdom. And so I'm going to be investing in Shan Yu, and Kingdom Villains, Kingdom Heroes, and because Beauty and the Beast is in there. I'm also toying with the idea of some point at making a summon team. More on that later. But Battle Beast, Lumiere, Robin Hood, Sheriff of Nottingham, Aladdin, Genie, Jafar, Jasmine, Finn, Maximus, Mother Gothel, Rapunzel, Belle, all the others. But yeah, I'm that's where I'm going, and that's what I'm headed towards. And if you think that this nerf was good because now you're able to use other characters, that's fine. If you thought the update was bad because you invested in all these characters and now they're pretty much not worth anything, that's kind of where I am. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe. Share this video with a friend. I'm sorry about the voices in the background. They were unexpected. If the mic picked it up, I don't know if it did or not. But until next time, have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye.